take a minute and warm up from the cold Midwest winters. Or maybe go for a swim. How about view the Earth from space? Or take a walk through the forest? Or just have a cool light show? Hi guys, on today's episode of Shifting Gears with Rhett Barco, today we will be reviewing this 2022 Grand Wagoneer. First, the Grand Wagoneer is more than just a peak of luxury and has a 6.4 liter Hemi V8 with 471 horsepower and 455 foot-pounds of torque, allowing it to tow up to 9,800 pounds, which is best in class, beating the Tahoe, the Suburban, the Escalade, and of course, the Expedition and Navigator. Next, let's take a look at these ultra bright LED lights that will light up the night no matter how dark it is. Then let's take a look at the 7-slotted Jeep grille that is iconic to every single Jeep vehicle on the market with your forward-facing camera right there. And then next, let's take a look at this blinker that only the Grand Wagoneer has, where it starts in the center and works its way out. This vehicle is equipped with a quadrilift air suspension, meaning that each corner of the vehicle is on its own airbag, and it can be adjusted up to 11 inches either up or down. And also, this vehicle is on the Ram 1500 platform, meaning it's on a truck platform, and the ride is impeccable. Alright guys, let's take a look at the rear of the Grand Wagoneer, starting with these beautiful taillights, and the blinker is on right now. Next, moving down to your dual exhaust, they are hidden underneath the bumper. And then moving over here, this is the cover for your hitch and your trailer hookups. Now we can open the rear just by clicking that right underneath there. Now that we look in the back, this size is comparable to like between a Suburban and Tahoe. Basically, if you split it right down the middle, that'd be your amount of size you have back here. This is a Yeti box. It's 18 by 12, just so you guys can kind of see and compare size. It does have 27 cubic feet of space with the seats up. And then over here, you have a subwoofer. You put the seats down. And when you put the seats down, you actually do have 71 cubic feet of space back here. And to put them back up, all you gotta do is just click this button on the side. And then to shut the rear hatch, all you gotta do is click this button. And one nice part about it being on the side is if you are shorter, you don't have to jump up to hit the button up here. It's right over here on the side. Alright guys, now let's listen to this V8 roar. Guys, now let's get in the vehicle, and first, if we click the unlock button, it has proximity sensors where the running boards automatically fold down, and it shines Wagoneer across the ground. For at nighttime, you can see it a lot better, but let's hop in. So now that we hop in the vehicle, we can see right down here, we do not have the seat buttons, but if we look over here on the door, it has all your seat buttons. And it has 24 ways to adjust the seat. Alright guys, let's go ahead and start the vehicle up and see what it looks like when you start it up. So when you start it up, it gets this really cool Grand Wagoneer across the dash. And we go ahead and click over on the screen. So what this is, it's going to be the page that you look at when you're trying to set your self-driving on the road. Click over again, we have the night vision, so if you can see the squares of the garage in front of us. And then we click over again, it's just our speedometer with our RPM. Then we look over here, we just have adaptive cruise control. Now let's take a look at the screen. So when we are at home, it's a split screen setup where you can program different things on each spot. or if we swipe over, we could do half and half. Click over here on media. This can be our FM, XM radio, or whatever source you want to listen to any type of music or anything like that. Click over here to comfort. This is going to be our climate. We have our heated seats, heated steering wheel, ventilated seats, and it's also on the side. And a cool thing is you can set your zone, so if you want your back or your butt, and heated steering wheel is right there. Seats right here. This is going to be to adjust your 24 different ways of low lumbar, high lumbar, back bolsters, thigh bolsters, and everything like that. Click over here and we can go ahead and get a massage. And you can set however you want your back to be massaged. And these are only with the front 2 seats. Then we go ahead and click rear. This is how you adjust your rear climate. Go over here to navigation, and if you just click search, you can search any destination in the country or find points of interest like gas station or restaurants. Click over here to phone. You do have wireless Apple CarPlay. And then over here at vehicle, one cool thing is you do have the fan cam, so you can view your kids in the back seat, like my recorder right here. And then also you do have surround view cameras, so you can see all the way around the vehicle, so you're not curbing your rims at Starbucks. Lastly, if we click over here on apps, we can adjust the ambient lighting all throughout the vehicle. So whatever color you want to do, you can put it in your footwell and across the dash, and also runs across on the doors. If we click apps again, we can go down here to Macintosh, and when music is playing, we can see the level of output, and this does have a 23 speaker Macintosh stereo system, which is market leading. Then if we look down here, this is going to be the same comfort page. Click on seats, it's the exact same thing as you saw above. Rear, massage, and then if you just want to shut the screen off, you can shut the screen off. If we go ahead and click this to open it, up here there is a wireless charging pad. You do have 2 regular USBs, a USB-C, and a HDMI cord if you want to plug your phone in and play it on the front screen, or maybe a PlayStation or Xbox or any type of gaming device. And also you do have a 12 volt right here. We'll go ahead and shut it. And then right here, this is our button to turn on our screen over there. And that's just your driver infotainment system that can be used. Say for you did have the rear infotainment system in here, you could control your kids' screens, or you can play Xbox up there, control the radio, or set directions. A couple cool features this Wagoneer has is the digital rear view camera and the tri-panel panoramic sunroof. Alright guys, let's take a look at our different vehicle drive modes. Right down here we have rock, sand and mud, snow mode, auto, and sport. So auto is going to be for your everyday driving, and snow mode is going to be if ever snows. What it's going to do is going to start you off in second gear and shift you early so you never spinning the wheels and running high RPMs. And sport mode is going to do the exact opposite of snow mode. It's going to get you super torquey. You're going to be running high RPMs and always going to be in a lower gear, and it could shift you down early to keep you in a better RPM band. And then look over here, this is going to be our adjustment for our air ride. And once again, it does have 11 inches of travel, and there's 6 different heights. And then of course our beautiful shifter that Chrysler made, and all you gotta do is just turn it to put it in drive or reverse, and it just feels really nice on the hands and very quality. Then if we look in here, we do have a cooler, and I do have some drinks in here. They've been in there for about 30 minutes. They were warm, and now they're pretty cold. And then in here, we do have a USB and a USB-C to charge your phone. We do have 2 cup holders, and these are phone slots or key slots, whatever you prefer. Now that we're in the back seat, these seats are 2-way adjustable, where they slide forward just by grabbing up front. And then they also do recline very far. Then let's take a look at your infotainment center in the rear. You can adjust your climate on each side, how much fan you want blowing at you, and you can adjust your heated and cooled seats. Look right down here, we have 2 USBs and a USB-C on each side, and then you do have an outlet down here with a 12 volt. And let's take a look at this huge center console. And then in here you also do have a USB and a USB-C as well. Alright guys, let's see how easy Wagoneer made it for us to get into the back seat. So all you have to do is click this button, seat comes up, and then you just slide it forward. Nice wide entry. And if you guys just see how much room they made for us in the rear, I'm about 6'2", and it does have best second and third row legroom in its class. And these rear seats, they are reclining, and you have a USB and a USB-C on both sides. Alright guys, one of the coolest features in the Grand Wagoneer is that it is self-driving and does keep you between your lanes on the highway. As you can see, we're going through a curve right now and I have no hands on the wheel, but it does like you just have a finger on the wheel just in case, basically to keep your attention, and it will do this up to 90 miles per hour. Alright guys, here again is the self-driving. We're going through some curves out of town. All you gotta do, it doesn't like when you take your hands off the wheel, but all you gotta do is just keep a little bit, and I'm not driving it through here, and you'll see it's just nicely turning. And you may ask, you know, what if this breaks down? What if it breaks at any point in time? I just want to talk about the warranty a little bit. So it's a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty. So anything from front bumper to rear bumper is covered. And then there's a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. But as you can see, it just went through those curves perfectly fine, and I'm not driving it. The vehicle is driving itself. So one cool feature when you are driving it above 65 miles per hour, the vehicle will lower. It's called the aero height, where the front end sinks down and you do get a little bit better gas mileage, but this thing is just a blast to drive with this V8 in it. And handling is just great. One of my favorite things is just the ride quality of it. Even on this bumpy road, it does not make it bumpy whatsoever. And honestly, in my opinion, one of the best riding vehicles I have ever driven. Alright guys, so the Grand Wagoneer can do 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. So let's go ahead and do a poll and see how well it does. We'll see how well this V8 does with passing on the highway. We're running about 70 miles per hour now. Now we'll go ahead and do it again. Alright guys, we'll go ahead and do it one last time. And like I said, this thing just drives so nice and has so much power to do whatever your needs desire, and almost turns it into a sports car and an SUV. Thank you to you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Huge thank you to BarkerCars.com for letting me review this vehicle today. If you guys want to order a Wagoneer or Grand Wagoneer of your own, call me 815-232-5141, and also like and subscribe for more videos like this, and comment on what vehicle you want to see next.